Welcome to episode 7, and this is all about develop. Now you remember we are talking about employee experience design. Hit the subscribe button because we already done 6 videos, so you can go back and redesign your employees' experiences. Policies, procedures, system, leadership, everything that we do has to fulfill its purpose. And its purpose, they are for the employees. And that's what employee experience design is. We're looking at employees' experiences and making sure that these policies and procedures are serving their purpose and they are there for the employees. That's the job. That's the job for us. We don't create policies so then we have a comfortable life in HR or in the management. No. That's not what we do. So, develop. Now, I'm an L&D person. I'm a talent development person. This is massive. And I would like you to think about what are your experiences about your development with your company. And that's a tricky one, right? I don't want you to think about how many training courses you have attended, because we have all attended them. But what were your experiences with them? Were they boring? Were they useful? Were they necessary? Mandatory? What is it? Then, what was your career progression? Because development is not necessarily training, but also you growing within the company. When you were promoted, were you given support or you were just chucked into the next role and, okay, good luck, see what we're gonna have. You know, maybe you succeed, maybe you fail, you're on your own. Is your training plan or development plan rather, is it customized? Is it, or it's a one-size-fits-all approach and we all have to attend the same training, whether we want it, whether we need it, whether we like it? I could talk about this topic forever. L&D or talent development is massive. But think about those areas, right? Have you achieved in terms of your competency development, your position, what you wanted? How did your company help you with that? Is it really they are the one who is managing your development, or you are in charge of it, or half? What is the story? And that's what we are going to talk about today. So experiences, what are the current experiences? And sometimes the current experiences is really, you all have to go for the same training. Whether we like it or we don't like it, there's no use to it, etc. No, you have to have, everybody has to have a PDP this year, every year. Really? We come back to it, right? Not everybody needs to have a PDP constantly, okay? How is my development being managed? Is my manager involved in it? It's only me and L&D trying to struggle something together? Is anybody interested in my development and growth? Who is interested? Why are they interested? Is there any opportunity to grow? What are my experiences? Now let's talk about that. So once you identified that, once you bullet pointed your experiences or your employees' experiences, right? Answer the question, what are the experiences that you would like them to have during their development, professional or maybe even self, development? And it's a difficult one. So some of us would say, I would like to have autonomous. I would like to decide what I want to be developed, but I need the company's, support in areas that I need. Some people will say, no, you decide and you tell me what I need to, and you draw the map of my career, right? Sometimes we have managers and leaders telling you that, oh, I don't think you should be going, you will never go to this career path, you should stay in here. They used to tell me I should be a hotel general manager. And when the fifth person told me, I'm like, why are you all obsessed with that? Just because I know how to do this job, it doesn't mean it makes me happy, excited, or I care about it. I'm like, this is the worst job on this planet for me to do. I'm not interested in guest complaints and money or guest experience. I'm interested in employee experience. And everybody overlooked it because I was really bloody good at my job. But guess what? I'm good at everything that I do because that's personality. You give me something, I will do it to the best of my ability, and I always want to be the best at what I do, but it doesn't mean I like it. So nobody has ever listened to me. Has anybody ever listened to you during your growth and development? Because 19 years, nobody ever listened to me. Half of the time I didn't know what I wanted to be. I just went with the flow. That's my problem. And then I tried to figure it out, and I kind of knew, I'm like, I don't want this. That I'm 100%. So I left operation. I'm interested in people. What? I don't know. But even then, people kept telling me, you can't be that, you can't be that, you need to be this. Why? Why are we giving people this experience? So this is what we are talking about, right? And so once you figured out what are the experiences that you want people to have, is really all about how can we make that happen? So IDP, sorry. IDP, not everybody needs to have any, an IDP, personal development plan, individual development plan, you see, the abbreviations, every single year. So this company I worked with on a small project, it was really interesting because we had 3 different pathways that we designed. Because we realized that not everybody wants to be developed every single year. So the first one was, I will not remember now the names, they were funky names. So basically the first one was that type of person, or that person, the next year would like to focus on the career development. So they are all in it to achieve. How do we make that happen? So then we figured out, this is what it is. That person is going to go on trainings, projects, etc., etc. But we are not, the company said, we are not babysitting people here. We create the plan and the person is in charge of it. And when the person doesn't complete the plan in terms of training courses, in terms of projects, in terms of achievement of whatever, right? So it's all personalized. Then the person will not be promoted, and that's down to the person. Because you cannot claim a promotion without putting in the hard work. And I agreed with it. I'm like, I like the type of company philosophy. Treat them as adults. This is what you want. These are the supports that we can provide, but it's all within your control. You need to go and make sure that you have completed it. Otherwise, you get nothing. Fantastic. The second part was the ones who wanted to learn. So they don't want necessarily to grow or go anywhere. They love their job, but they want to learn different things. So they were having cross exposure, they were completing courses, whatever they chose. So they were in charge of it. So if they said, you know what, I'm going to do 3 months cross exposure in this department, and I'm going to complete 2 courses that year. And that went into their next year annual appraisal, because then you are held accountable that, hey, this is what you committed. It doesn't matter why you didn't do it. We don't care. We're just going to mark it that it's not done. The story is why? Not interesting. And then they had the third group that said, we don't want anything today or this year. Leave us alone. I'm going to focus on my private life for whatever reason, or I just been promoted, so I want to do the job and focus on that rather than being distracted by courses, mentorship, coaching, or whatever. Or I just finished my master's degree this year. Don't leave me alone with any kind of development. And that was okay. And all of a sudden, they realized that 40% of the company had wanted to grow, and a majority wanted to be left alone, and the small tiny part wanted to, just to learn. So now all of a sudden, you had 50% of your employees who needed attention for growth and development. And these ones leave them alone as long as they do the job and perform in their jobs. And then you had the tiny bit of 2 people who had to be put on, performance improvement plan, on PIP. So that's a different one. So this is how and they said the experience we want is autonomous, treating them like adults. So they are in charge of it. They have to work for it. We're not going to babysit, but we provide support, whatever that agreed upon and whatever we can. And that was it. So, what are the experiences currently? Are you babysitting, micromanaging, deciding for them what they want, what they need to learn, what training they need to go to, etc., etc.? What is it that you want to, the experience you want them to have, and what is it that you can do? Here you can be super creative. See you at the next one.